Well guys, here we are at the I call it the old Weyerhaeuser mill, but it's called Collins Products. Weyerhaeuser sold out to these guys a long time ago, but this is a mill here, one of the mills here in Klamath Falls. It's a mere shadow of what it used to be when Weyerhaeuser had it, when it was in full swing. I mean, the buildings, as you can see, they used to come all the way out to here. These were all buildings for the mill here, and it's about half what it used to be. Still a fairly good sized mill, but nothing like it used to be. Here's where all the chip trucks park over here. This guy here, this is one of my good customers here. He's got, that's his belt trailer, that's his van trailer, and this is his 4-axle chip trailer here. So the problem here, kind of like, remember what I told you guys the other day about goofy electrical problems that I've been having? Just seems like one after another. So he said it wouldn't start. Came over here with my wife one day. I told her to run the key, and I had my power probe hooked it up, and I had power to the signal wire, but the starter was just going clunk, 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 and wouldn't engage. So I said, well, I called him, said get a starter for it. So anyhow, he bought a starter somewhere for it. Came over, I installed it, and as you guys know, these Detroits, they absolutely horrible to change the starters on, in my opinion anyway. So I came over here and wrestled the thing out of there and put it in, and got in the cab, and I couldn't even make it click. Well, long story short, there's two problems. There's an intermittent wire problem going to the signal wire, because God is my witness, the other day when my wife was here, I had my power probe right on the signal wire, and every time she hit it, the starter would go clunk, and the signal wire on the starter relay on top of the starter would light up. So all of a sudden the signal wire wasn't working. So we tested that, and I could not find a wiring schematic for it anywhere. So this bulkhead connector, I got to put the plastic cover back over this junction block here that goes in the firewall, but I finally found it. I had the owner come back and get in the cab and had him run the key switch and figure out which one was getting power on it, and then we ohm checked it from there to the ignition switch, and we were getting power there. So then I put power to one of these wires here, and I was getting nothing over there. So we're just going to run a new wire from right around here. We're going to cut it back in here, and we're going to run a wire clear around the front of the block back into the starter first. So there's more to the story here. So the new starter he got from wherever the first one he got it from wouldn't work. I could put power to it with my power probe on the signal wire, the relay, with all the wires hooked up. I had it all installed, and it would just go clunk, 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 kind of like the old one was doing. So I pulled the starter back out, and I put a pair of jumper cables on it, and I had to sit there and screw with that thing finally with the jumper cables jumping across terminals, and I finally got it to start spinning. But when it was spinning, it was dragging hard, and it was getting the battery cables so hot you couldn't hardly hold on to them, and that was the new starter. So needless to say, I've been having my fair share of problems lately. It seems like everything here in life lately has been an absolute struggle and fight from beginning to end. So he got another one. He got this one from Freightliner. This is a brand new one, supposedly. I thought the other one was too. Wrestling match. Let's look at this thing, make sure everything looks kosher on it. Go ahead and take these off. Getting the wires back in there on this thing's a real pain in the butt, man. I'm telling you, this thing is not any fun at all to deal with. It really isn't. Okay, let's go stick it in there. Let's get going. I've got so much crap to do. It's been hard for me to do video and then the YouTube thing lately, guys. I mean, you guys know I'm busy every year, but here this year, it's been overwhelmingly busy to where I finally just decided, you know what, I'm working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and if you don't like it, take your shit somewhere else. You know, that's where I'm at. If you don't like it, you know, I'm tired of running myself into the ground, just absolutely killing my body. You know, 12 hours a day. I'm taking Sunday off. If you want to do Sunday, it's $300 an hour. I bet you that'll slow you down. You know, and all of a sudden you won't need it as bad. Isn't that funny how that works? Let me get underneath here. Now I got a 4850. Something blowing hydraulic oil. I know probably the cooler line blew off the darn oil cooler. That's what usually happens to those. Still haven't got back to the alternator problem on the T8300 because it's been so hot here that it's been so damn hot here that the hay is growing so fast that you can't keep up with it. I mean, they're already in the second. They got done with first cutting, and as soon as they got done with first cutting, they're already, I mean, they're turning around starting on their second. So every day it's a swather. Seems like broke down or something. I see a wire here in between the block here. What is that wire going to? What the hell? It's a ground wire. Yep, I get that ground wire out of there, son of a bitch. But I got the road grader. I gotta get that drive back together, but I've been hustling, trying to get. It's just been service calls, crazy amount of service calls, and then all the service calls, and then been trying to get that 6410 back together. But I had all them potato trucks. I got 4 potato trucks. Well, I thought I had time on them. Then he calls me like Friday and says, "Hey, how are we coming on those trucks?" I said, "Well, I haven't touched them." "Oh, you haven't?" I said, "No, I didn't think you needed them to potato harvest till the fall." He goes, "No, we're using them for garlic too." Shit, really? Garlic's gonna start this week. So, the whole back of my truck is full of oil and filters, and so I took the best. He said, "We just need 2 for garlic." They've actually got 6 trucks I'm supposed to go through. 4 of them are at the shop. But anyway, the one had driveline troubles. The carrier bearing was out on it. I took it in the driveline shop, and I know people, "Why didn't you just put a carrier?" Because I don't have time, man. Anything I can do to make this go along faster, I just got to do. Anyway, it had a bad U-joint. The caps were broke on it. There's the driveline with the carrier bearing. There's a bunch of oil filters, grease. I fixed a bunch of air leaks on that thing. So I don't know what I'm going to video today. I'll video the starter, a little bit of the starter job. And I'll probably video the 4850, a little bit of that, maybe just a little bit of everything. Eventually, I got the cab back on the 6410 yesterday. I don't know why I put that in there. It does not belong there. I sure chewed this kid's ass yesterday. You know, I finally kind of think I talked a little sense. This kid, this ranch I went to, he was bitching about only getting minimum wage, and he says they ought to turn the minimum wage to $20 an hour. And I shook my head, and he goes, "What, you don't agree with that?" And I said, why does everybody that has minimal skills want maximum pay? And he says, "What do you mean?" I said, you kids, you think that everybody owes you $20 or $30 an hour for a low-skilled job. You know, if you want to make more money, you have to develop a skill that somebody needs instead of sitting on your ass going back and forth with a piece of equipment. And I said, you know, I charge more per hour and I make more per hour because I have a skill. I said, do you see what I'm saying there? And I said, the people that think that they're cutting a fat hog by enforcing the politicians to up the minimum wage are just complete idiots, because all they've done in life is the person that they're charging more for minimum wage has to compensate. He still has to make a profit in his business, so he ups all his prices. So everything that you do now costs more money. You didn't make a damn dime, because all you've done is increase your cost of living, moron. If you want to make more money, go develop a skill that makes more money. Okay, let's see if we can get it to start like this. Okay. Well, at least that works. At least a starter turns over now. That's like a huge step forward. Alright, I got a new wire run all the way around the front of the truck. As you can see, here's the wire at the split loom. Let's see here. And I already started it once. We'll see. Let's get it started again. Just make sure. I got to put the ignition back. I had the ignition out of it so we could home check that wire. We were trying to verify that the wire was good in the cab. So I'm gonna have to get down here and why are you not starting?
My temperature.
There it goes. Had me worried there for a little bit. Yeah, check engine light. I guess I'll call him and ask him if that's been on, or is that something we did? I don't know. I've got a feeling it was probably already on, but anyway. I gotta put the fender on it, and all the brackets that hold the battery cables up over on the right hand side. See if we can get it to build air. Why is the secondary so low on air? Look at the primary. What's going on with that? Why is... I have a switch flipped or something in here, or... I don't see anything flipped here. Why is that? What the hell's going on with that? Why is that tank not airing up? I think our gauge isn't reading, you know what? Because the compressor's going and cutting out. I don't think the gauge is reading. Well, fan's not kicking off though, is it? So I'm not getting any air into the secondary side. Alright, as you can see, these Western Stars, the check valves are integral into the tank between primary and secondary, and what happens is the secondary tank's bleeding back into the primary tank because the primary tank goes way too high and the secondary absolutely no air at all in it. So I'm fighting this other one out right now, trying to get the stupid quick connect fittings. There usually isn't nothing quick about them. Got them all off but the one here in the middle. See if I can get some. There we go. Alright, what size are those? They look like they could use some lubricant on it. Look about 15 millimeter or 9/16, one of the two. Get them out and start swapping fittings over from one tank to the other. Well, there greasy son of a gun is. Full of water. You can hear the water sloshing around in it. It's about twice as heavy as that new one. I think he needs to change his receiver dryer and drain his air tanks every now and then. I'll have to give him shit about it. We got lots of pipe plugs. I mean, we got a lot of plugs and crap we gotta pull out of this one and put in this one. Well, the drain valves, and we got a lot of work to do. Okay, I think we got everything swapped over and orientated correctly. Let's see. Somehow I got things. I'm trying to remember. I guess I'll come out like it came in, or go in like it came out. So I don't know what I did here, to be honest with you, but this one needs to go away for now. Try to keep scratching this one up so bad. Cardboard over here. You can hear all the beeping in the background. I'm right by the old Weyerhaeuser mill. It's called Collins Products now. So match of getting it up in there. The owner, he's like, "You want me to come help you?" I said, "I don't think both of us can do anything once we're under here, because he's quite a bit bigger boy." I have to give him shit. "You're gonna have to do some sit-ups here, buddy. You get underneath here with me." Trust me, he takes it well. He's not your typical modern day American that gets his feelings hurt every 5 seconds. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a spot to put this thing. Maybe right here? Will that work? How did I'm trying to remember which end I came in. I don't remember. I think it's just, yeah. That's what I did. I think that's what I did. I'm having trouble remembering what I did 5 minutes ago. I know one thing that I did, that I'm on the wrong side of the drive line. I'm on the wrong side of the drive line. Go back over here. Now I get it. Really screwed up. Yeah. I gotta get it in that corner first. So I gotta do. This is where I'll break a fitting. Yeah, shoot, man, how am I gonna do this? I gotta get that corner in first. I'm gonna have to take the tank and turn it around, I think, and go back in the other way. That's kind of what it's looking like. Son of a bitch. I gotta turn it around. Wait a minute. Gotta put it clear around. We're fitting there, screwing me up. Roll it and turn it. These things on the other end are hurting me. Alright, finally getting her to where she's supposed to be. Alright. I had to work on that one a little bit. I had to work for that one a little bit. It's got to go way that way. Looking for that phony ass cable to use to damn it. Let's get it started. Come on. In the hell of a time here. Tank keeps wanting to roll on me. Yeah, I got started. Holy shit. That weren't no fun. Do the same thing on the other end. And I gotta find the nut and washer for that. Alright. So let's get pointed over here a little ways. And I broke one on the other end. Hopefully I got one in the truck. This one here, I'll have to get some pipe dope. I couldn't get it detached from its quick connect fitting. Get the shit off that line. I'll leave this one off till I get this one pipe doped up. I'm gonna put the little shitterini on here, little shitteroo. I have to give him shit. Should have just leave him off like he uses them anyway. I'll get a kick out of that. You smart ass. There's another drain in the middle there. Hit me in the balls. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, I gotta change this fitting here. Hopefully I got another one. And then this mess here goes in right here. Okay, let me go see if I got a What is that? 1/2 inch. I got a 1/2 inch 90. Well, I got everything in. Let's see what happens. Hey, look. Reservoir B's rising. Look at that. Couldn't get anything out of it before. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It would just stay at 0 the entire time. And I wasn't aware of the way this Western Star had the check valves integral inside the tank. I didn't know, and I was trying to trace lines out, and I got online, started doing a little research, and I said, holy shit, those things are, you got to replace the tank. So the other day when I did the starter, it would get up to about 90 psi on the secondary, and it just dumped it all of it back into the primary, and I watched the primary go up, and I knew right then, I said, shit, I got a check valve problem. And then I started looking for check valves, because they used to just be on the outlets of the tanks, you know, because you had a 3-tank setup. Well, hell, it just got 1 air tank in it. So then I was looking on the outlets of the lines and tracing lines out, and nothing was making any sense, and I said, shit, they got to be inside. We had air suspensions raising up, fan shut off. I gotta check for leaks. Then I'm gonna go home. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, what time is it? I don't get my phone. I think it's 9 or 10 o'clock, and rolling under this greasy son of a gun. I gotta go change coveralls, so I don't look like this the rest of the day. Having the air leaks back here. No, but there's something leaking up there. I don't got anything leaking here, but there's something leaking. Something's leaking. Something's leaking up on the fan clutch. I bet the fan clutch is leaking. More good news for him. Sounds like it's coming off the front of the engine. No. Fitting right there is leaking. I don't have another one. I just used the last one on the one I broke. That one or this one? That one there needs to be changed. You know, he can go for now. That'll get him going. I got other shit I gotta go do, but I'll get another one of those. That's a 45 there, so let's just make sure. Let's release the brakes and let's pump them till the compressor cuts back in. Compressor kicked in. I'm gonna light him up here and call him here in a little bit, tell him you need to change your air dryer cartridge and you need to fix that leak on the firewall. His other truck's got broken exhaust manifold bolts in it. I gotta fix that. What we want. We want her to build air. What's happening is all that water is getting in there and it rotted out the valves inside that tank. So yeah, that's 5/8, isn't it? Pretty sure that's 5/8, isn't it? Yeah, that's 5/8 line. So I need a 5/8 by what is that? 1/2 inch pipe? Yeah, 5/8 by 1/2 inch, I think. All right, guys. Well, I got one problem figured out on it and got it done. So, well, couple. You know, the starter, the signal wire for the starter, and then the air tank. So other than that, she's good to go.